by itself. Well, the date on the one outside is 1335, so 10 years later. So assumption is that they incorporated the area in front of it. They must have built a wall with a second entrance at the front. So these are the three dates that we have for this particular zawiya. Now what is interesting in the zawiya is the position of the mihrab, because it is in the smaller iwan. All right, so again, the assumption is they didn't have much space. This was anyway the original prayer area. Let's go a bit nearer to the mihrab and look at the details here. You see that it's wider. So where the two columns are, okay, may have been the original meeting place of the sheikh who was buried here. All right, only up to those two columns. And then all of this was added in 1325. Now, look at the details of the stucco carving out of the mihrab. It is a very unusual mihrab in the fact that the inscription here gives us the whole history of the sheikh. And it's not all Quranic, but we know who Sheikh Zainuddin Yusuf is. We know about his date from the inscription on the mihrab. This is obviously when they turned this into an institution, into a teaching institution. Because you would not do this in the prayer area. The mihrab is normally Quranic inscription. Now, look at the mausoleum. This is the entry to the mausoleum. The inscription that you see, which is carved in the marble surrounding it, was added, we think, in 1335, because even the type of script is quite different from the stucco script that you see there. And when you come inside, it has a beautiful dome, but let's look for a minute down here. You see the lines that they put? And look at where the mihrab is. Do you notice? So they're just saying that the mihrab is not completely correct in its orientation. So they've had to do this so people who come in to pray can turn a little bit to the left in the correct orientation. This we see quite a lot, by the way, because how they calculated the direction of Mecca changed in time. And we have a lot of buildings where you see this small correction. And sometimes it's not a small correction. We have buildings where we're going to see it in Imam Shafi'i. The mihrabs are like this, and then there's one here that says, no, Mecca is here. So this does happen quite a lot. Let's go in and see the mausoleum.